Hi everybody, this is Heike from HorseWorldConnect, and today we're going to have a presentation and it is going to be with Shelly Ingram. She's the Equine Resource Conservationist at the Montgomery Soil Conservation District. So I'm really excited to find out more about horsekeeping. Hi Shelly.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Thanks for doing this today.
Yeah, no problem. So today I have a little PowerPoint presentation for you, and it's basically asking the question, what did the Dust Bowl, Pickles and Boys Corn Clubs have to do with equine management? And individually, not a lot. And this picture on my first slide has absolutely nothing to do with it, but I couldn't resist it when I found this photo of three girls dressed like asparagus. But seriously, what we do want to talk about is, what do canning and corn clubs have to do with horsekeeping? And the point is that if you have horses and you currently have them on your property or would like to set them up on your property, there are two government-sponsored agencies that you really need to learn about. The first one is Extension. This is the branch of your state land-grant college that is dedicated to providing education to adults and children outside of the classroom. It was established by the Smith-Lever Act in 1914 to better educate farmers about increasing yields, hence the corn clubs, and the farmers' wives about how to better preserve and prepare the products raised on the farm, hence the pickles. The agency is responsible for many educational aspects today, including Master Gardener programs and the 4-H. Extension agents are also valuable resources for farmers and livestock producers, and that includes horses. If you want to know the name of a certain weed in your pasture, ways to get rid of it, or want to know more about pasture management in general, they can help you. Many are experts in their own fields, but more importantly, they are trained in the best and most efficient ways to research questions and provide a scientifically based answer to any agricultural question. Extension used to be called the Cooperative Extension Service in most regions, but that has been shortened to just Extension. And as one old extension agent told me one day, we are no longer cooperative, nor do we offer service. But as he was on his way to a farm call at the time, I didn't take him too seriously. Not every county has an extension agent or an office, but many counties share their agent. But you would be surprised where you'll find them. If you Google San Francisco or New York County Extension, and after you get past the hair salons in Manhattan, it will pop up. It will say Cornell Extension. As with most things these days, Googling will get you there. Now we come to the Dust Bowl, which was undoubtedly one of the most catastrophic events in American history. Extension had been working hard to educate American farmers in scientific farming methods for almost 2 decades when it hit in the 1930s, hence the nickname, the Dirty 30s. It was caused by a failure to apply dryland farming methods to prevent wind erosion, followed by severe drought. Farmers at that time had an insufficient understanding of the ecology of the Great Plains and had conducted extensive deep plowing of the virgin topsoil. This removed the native deep-rooted grasses that normally trap soil and moisture, even during periods of drought and high winds. The rapid mechanization of farm equipment, especially small gasoline tractors, and widespread use of the combine harvester made the conversion of arid grassland to cultivated cropland fast and relatively easy. The effect was the wall of dust that you see here that swept across the country, blackening Washington, D.C., and blowing as far as 3 miles off the Atlantic coast. As this wall of dust passed over the eastern United States, Dr. U. Bennett lobbied Congress to form the Soil Conservation Service to help provide education as well as technical and financial assistance to farmers, getting them to rethink their methods in an effort to nurture and preserve the soil. Today, the federal agency originally established as the Soil Conservation Service is known as the Natural Resources Conservation Service, NRCS. It partners with local agencies known as Soil Conservation Districts, SCDs, which are overseen by a board of supervisors made up of local producers. While crop farmers and other agricultural producers are familiar with NRCS and their local SCD, equine owners are often unaware that these agencies are here to help them. Soil conservationists offer a variety of services that can aid horse owners. These include technical advice and cost share programs. Conservationists are available for farm visits to discuss questions, concerns, and solutions with a farm owner. They will create a written conservation plan, such as is shown here, that includes a detailed overhead map of the property and a descriptive narrative of suggested best management practices, or BMPs, that can be used by the owners to ensure horse health and good land stewardship. Today, extension agents and soil conservationists are recognizing a new group who need their expertise. They're not moving away from traditional farmers, but instead hoping to include horse owners, serving those who have tractors and 2-horse trailers. There are more than 20 NRCS recognized BMPs that could be used by horse owners. Let's just briefly touch on 5 of them. By now, most people have heard of some form of rotational grazing or pasture rotation. This term simply means that you move horses between fields, allowing the grass a little R&R, meaning to rest and recover. You can have 2 fields or develop more detailed systems, such as the one shown in these slides, that allow for optimal growth and therefore greater soil health, but practicality will dictate how your rotational grazing system will be set up. This is something that your soil conservationist and or your extension agent can help you with. This slide shows a heavy use, or in some areas it's called a sacrifice area. The one on the left is a traditionally created bluestone or sand area close to a barn or feeding area that allows the horse a mud-free place in winter, and an area where the horse can move freely when kept off pasture for a variety of reasons, such as the rainfall has made the pasture too wet and turnout would only tear up the turf. The grass needs a rest to regrow, or the horse cannot tolerate the richness and amount of grass in the field, which is a common problem we have with a lot of horses today. The photo on the right is a track or paradise paddock, an arrangement that allows the horse to walk on a track around the existing grassy area. It can also be constructed of a hardy grass adapted to a high traffic area that is referred to as a vegetative heavy use area. This is a relatively new idea that allows for a wide variety of approaches and creates an environment of enrichment as well as exercise and nourishment. So here we're looking at another BMP, stream fencing and stream crossing. The left slide shows a fence set back from a stream that not only keeps animals out of the stream, but also allows for a riparian buffer to develop. This strengthens and supports the stream bank, allows for shading of the water if trees are planted, and filtration of the water before it gets into the stream through the grass. The stream crossing is a reinforced area that allows animals and sometimes vehicles to cross, but limits the amount of space to which the horses have access, thereby lessening erosion and pollution to the stream. Roof gutters and roof runoff systems are something that people often forget. The amount of runoff from a typical 100 by 200 foot indoor arena is tremendous, and left undirected can wash away your carefully designed heavy use area or cause intense erosion. Even the runoff from a small barn can be damaging. And here in Maryland, we also have seen an interest in capturing the roof runoff water for use around the farm, for example, watering an arena. Finally, we have the three phases of manure management: hauling off-site, composting, and/or storage, or as we could call it, HOCS, H-O-C-S. Each method has its merits. Currently, we're seeing a move towards composting. The horse owner can then eliminate the cost of hauling the manure away and also the cost of fertilizing their fields. But this doesn't work for everyone in every situation. The most important thing is to be responsible and proactive in your manure management. One horse produces roughly 50 pounds of manure a day, and that has to go somewhere. So it's best not to let it go into a stream or to create a haven for flies or just problems with your neighbors. I will go into greater detail about these BMPs in later blogs and also show you ways in which some of the horse owners I have worked with have dealt with their individual situations. Right now, here's some acronyms that you should remember. The most important one is BMP. That's a best management practice, and it basically means anything that helps promote soil health and lessens erosion. NRCS is the Natural Resources Conservation Service. They're the feds. SCDs are your soil conservation district, your state and local group that's there to help you. And Extension are your university outreach educators. The last slide here just shows you a few of the good sources of information that I have found that will help you get more information about this. The Equine Land Conservation Resource is a really great organization. They put out a lot of videos and other webinars and information. You can always call me at the Montgomery Soil Conservation District. There is a company called Horses for Clean Water that does a lot of design. And the Snohomish Conservation District in Washington State has done a really great job of very short YouTube videos that can help you understand concepts and also how to do soil testing and other things that are of value to you. So check with them and check back here for the weekly conservation blog.
Thank you, Shelly. That was excellent. And yeah, I was going to just, ask, are you going to be talking about the manure management? Because that's always a big thing, right? So I'm glad that the blogs that you're going to be writing, weekly blogs for us, and that we can look forward to those in the blogs and look for those under your name. So excellent. Thank you so much for this. This was great.
Okay.